gentlemen,
Me too.
to this interview. Today we have. Do you want to clarify your name so I don't butcher it completely?
Yes, my name is Candrew9.
Andrew9, joining us here
It's
today.
like my username. Yeah.
Oh yeah, obviously. Yeah, my real name is obviously not Doc. Joining us in this Fusion Lobbying Corporation cafe, where
Oh, sorry.
my very talented assistant Needy has set up
I
this
just had a bit of seizure.
lovely little talk show room, which is good job on you.
A big upgrade from the previous one.
Oh, yeah.
The other guy, I can't remember his name. I honestly can't
Ace.
remember.
His name was Ace. Yeah, he was
Ace.
nice too. He was nice too.
Sorry, Ace, if you're watching this.
Yeah, sorry about that, buddy.
He's very nice.
Basically, what we're going to interview you about today is basically your VR stories. We're sticking mostly to Fusion, but we may go a little off topic. So what I want to know first and foremost, when did you start playing Fusion?
So I got my first Quest 2 in 2020 when it first came out, and I got BONELAB like a year later, and cause I saw a lot of cool videos about all the mods and stuff, which is how I actually became a modder and coder and a lot of the stuff. Yeah, and like, so I downloaded it, I bought it, it was awesome, and then I just hated the performance on Quest 2, and then eventually I got Fusion whenever that first update came for it, and then it was pretty good. I loved playing on it for a long time, and then the Christmas of last year, I got a PC, which was awesome. It's a laptop, but it's really good, and I use it for PC VR, which is what I am currently on right now, and yeah.
Ooh.
And that's when I first started playing, now I play Fusion pretty much a lot.
That's great to hear.
Everybody does when they get Fusion, don't they?
Yeah, they really do. So you're one of the OGs then. We don't get many OGs. We don't get many OGs back here. I myself started in 2023, I think, so I'm not quite there, but still, we don't get many OGs that come in. That's amazing. Well, in all your time, you must have been in some strange lobbies. Do you have like your top 3 strangest lobbies you've ever been in?
Oh yeah.
Shoot 'em.
Oh yeah, totally.
We're in for a treat here.
Oh yeah. Okay, so this is gonna be awesome. Okay, so the first lobby I ever joined, I was so excited to get it working, and then the first lobby I joined, the second I joined it, the guy was like spamming like a soundboard, and he was just like spamming really not nice words, and then it was like I was like, man, is this gonna be all the Fusion lobbies? And then I joined another one, but then
everyone has their first experience. Everyone has their first experience. It's always going to be the worst.
My first. Yeah, it was weird, but then my other weirdest one was definitely when I joined a lobby, and this guy, he had an avatar, and it was a really weird avatar, and it was meant to scare people whenever they joined in the first lobby, because whenever people spawned in, it would immediately jump scare. I don't know how that worked at all, but it was just a jump scare sort of thing, and then it was like a Nextbox maybe, I don't know, but it was really weird. And then I joined it, I got freaked out and I was like, oh my god. But, I recovered. And then my third weirdest would probably be when I joined a lobby, and then I was on Quest, right? And then it said that there was only one person in the lobby. Turns out that there was like 10. And I guess I didn't update the thing, because apparently like 1 million people joined at one time. Maybe, I don't know. I joined it, my Quest basically blew up, so yeah.
Damn. That's some good stories.
Yeah.
Gotta say.
You mentioned you code earlier. What are your current experiences on that?
Oh, I would love to know.
Oh, I love it. So it's awesome. So I originally started modding for. Have you guys ever heard of Project Demigod?
Yeah.
Personally, no, I have not.
I have actually. It was a while ago,
So
but yeah,
it's like
I've heard.
It's a superhero. Yeah, it's a superhero VR game. It's like mainly for Spider-Man stuff, and that's what most people see it as, but it's way more, and I love the game. And I started making mods for it originally, but yeah, it was awesome. But when I first started out, I was terrible at it, and I was horrendous. And those like Spider-Man PS4 models, I used those, took them into like the software Unity, and just added the default materials. And then I just did it. It was terrible, and I I was bad at it. But then eventually I got really good at it. I got some new stuff. If anyone knows what Substance Painter is, that helped a lot with textures and everything. It was so fun. And then I started getting paid, and it was so nice. Oh, my milestone today is I've had 140,000 downloads.
Damn. That is good.
Very good. Very good.
Good follow-up question for that. Have you modded for BONELAB? Anything we know, or have you kind of left that off?
Oh yeah, I have. I've modded for BONELAB before. I made an Invincible avatar, a Spider-Man Homecoming avatar. Both of those they're pretty popular. My Spider-Man one is like 10K downloads, but my Invincible one is like 5K. I don't know. I forgot.
That's still pretty popular.
I only have like 4K.
Nitty,
Yeah,
sidebar. Sidebar.
Yeah.
Oscar is gonna be really jealous of us. We're both really good friends with the avatar maker Oscar. He's pretty common for making Ford variants. He's gonna be really jealous that we met you.
Did he make that one?
the Tonk Ford, for example.
Honestly, AI is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh god,
Yeah.
I didn't even want to mention it.
And yeah, and after I was modding for a few years at that point, I decided that it was time that I really did want to make my game, because this is gonna sound crazy, but when I was 7, I was in the shower, right? And I was like, man, I love superheroes. I need to come up with one. And there was no reason at all, but I just did. It's called the Golden Core, and it's like a huge, long story, and it's super awesome. I originally tried to make my game in Unity, but I hated the results. So then I switched to Unreal, started to learn that for a few years, and yeah, I'm pretty young. I'm only 13 at this point, so I've been learning stuff like ever since I was about maybe 8, 9, 10. So yeah, and
always got to start early.
Yeah, and it's awesome. So I'm learning Unreal right now, and I'm currently developing the Golden Core and stuff. I have a lot of stuff already on it. I have like Arkham-style combat. I have flying. I have like an open world. Not really. I have multiple maps.
Can't wait.
And then I'm working on the enemy AI right now. It's super annoying, but enemy AI is always tough for me because because like you have to learn this so in Unreal, you guys know what blueprints are, right? Maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, where you like take one thing and then connect it to the other one, and then it's like works or whatever.
And then you get a whole spaghetti code.
You have to learn something entirely separate from that. Yeah, that's it. And then so for the enemy AI, so you have to learn this thing called behavior trees, and it's super annoying, and it's really not fun.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of videos on that. It looks so finicky. Honestly, couldn't imagine.
Oh my goodness, it is. And I have to do my own it's so annoying. But I'm finally getting the hang of it. So I just finished adding so one enemy attacks at a time now, but I need to make it so that the other enemies will strafe around the player. You know what I mean? Kind of cool.
Oh, yeah.
Like Batman, I guess. I don't know, but yeah. And that's how my coding thing is currently going. And it's really, I love coding. I've always wanted to do something cool. You know what I mean? Because so this is gonna get a little bit deep, okay? But my dad died in 2016, but he was a really smart guy. Oh no, you're good. But he was the smartest man ever. He had his own company named Fast, and he made this is gonna sound pretty crazy, but he made a prototype of a jetpack that wasn't actually real, but it was a prototype of what it would look like if it was real. And then after that, a few years after that, a year after he had me, he had his Land Rover's engine was broken. So guess what he did? He rebuilt the engine from scratch, literally from scratch, just from the internet and reading some books about it. And he was my one motivation. He's so cool. He's awesome. He was awesome. And I just really want to, I don't know. I don't know. I just really like coding. It's one of my things that I think I'm really going to do when I'm older, and I think it's going to make me a good thing, a good job. I don't know, but a good happiness.
Whenever this game does finish, you have to hit us up. You have to hit us up, bro. I'd love to play this. Whatever this is, I'd love to play it. It sounds so good, honestly.
All right. Yeah, I can what? I can find your Discord or something because I have like a million videos of it already.
That's great. That
But
sounds
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Like-
You're
We'll
gonna
swap
have to
after
talk
the
us
interview. Yeah,
like check up on you.
that's amazing.
We'd love to
Yeah,
do part 2 with
like-
you, honestly.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
great.
I'd love that. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Well,
Yeah.
I
And,
wanna
like,
circle back a bit to the coding. Sorry about interrupting you, but
Uh-huh.
I want to circle back, seeing as you clearly have the experience. What is like your opinion on Fusion, seeing as it is a code mod? Like, I would love to hear a coder's opinion.
Oh, it is. Oh my God! It is a work of art. I have no idea how to get. I've never done anything with multiplayer myself.
You
but
heard
to
him,
get a
Lacatras, you
single-player
heard him.
game to work with multiplayer.
Yeah.
Credits there, honestly.
Yeah, but like, dude, credit where credit's due. It's perfection. Like, the amount of work needed to do something like this is crazy, and having it run on Quest at all is a feat of its own.
Yeah.
Like, most code mods,
Yeah.
like, honestly, kind of don't even work on Quest, and like, it's compared to like, let's compare it. My old laptop before I got this one, it had a GTX 1650, which is a really old card.
Carry on. Right, we were talking Fusion and its code.
Okay. Oh yeah, it is an absolute, like, the amount of, like, anything, like, I don't even know how to get started. Like, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Like, man, it's like, imagine taking Doom and turning that into multiplayer. I mean, like, imagine taking, like, yeah, have you guys ever played Half-Life?
Oh
Half-Life
yeah.
2?
Oh yeah.
Yes. Love
big
it,
big
honestly.
fan. Big
You
fan.
know the mod Synergy?
Yeah.
This guy, if you ever need tips on Half-Life 2, this guy's here for you.
Well,
This guy's always here.
Got it.
Yeah, no, it's it is on
Yeah.
the same level. It's like the Gmod VR mod, if you've heard of that. There was one crazy guy who
Oh, yeah.
actually ported Gmod so you could play it in VR. It was insane,
Yeah.
and I do
I've
not
seen a couple of
understand it.
videos on that. It looks
It's
Yeah,
insane.
I
so
played
cool.
it myself when it was out. It was insane. But yeah,
You
from-
mentioned you did BONELAB mods. What platform do you use? Do you use Blender? Do you use kind of another source?
yeah,
What
I'd
do you
love to
use
know.
there?
So I used here's my entire thing. I base the model in Blender. I usually use like whatever model I can find,
Course,
or
you've got
I use my base. It's a base, and it's like, you know, that I use a Spider-Man 2 model with like some new hands, because the hands on those characters are not really that best. And yeah, and then I export it to Substance Painter, which is a texturing software,
Right.
and I texture it. I do a lot of stuff with it, and then I rig it, which is where like it gives the bones, so you can actually like move it in game. And
Right.
yeah, and then I rig it,
Faster.
and then I put it into
Yeah.
Unity,
We've got to
put in the
mention him
textures
there.
and all the stuff, then make it into a mod. Pretty easy.
Yeah.
Takes me like maybe an hour or two.
Yeah, we both recognize this because we both witnessed like Oscar, with obviously as we've mentioned him before, he does a very similar thing. So we're both
Yeah.
kind of in the learning curve of learning Blender. I just recently ported my first model into BONELAB. It went horribly,
Oh,
but
you
know.
don't know what I've created. You don't know what I've created. I've created some absolute monstrosities
Yeah.
for Oscar to
Dang.
some
Yeah.
time put them into BONELAB.
Yeah, but what we've realized is
Yeah.
that
Don't want to see them.
it's apparently pretty common to have a base. I mean, he obviously uses Ford as a base, and then he would texture anything over it, and then keeping the head is more of a style choice. But that's interesting that that's actually pretty
Yeah.
common to do. That you always have a base. I didn't know that actually.
I have a
yeah,
question.
totally, because
What's
it's like-
what's the most common problem you have in Blender? Say you've got like your base. What is the most common problem you've kind of run into?
Yeah.
It's either let me think. Oh, that's pretty easy. So my most common problem in Blender is like if I try to take something from a model or something, like a different like head model or something, or I try to like do something adjusting to it, sometimes it just totally freaks out. I don't know, like you know, the thing is, I sometimes take models from this website called Sketchfab, and it's like
Bro,
it's really nice
same.
website.
Oh,
With
yeah.
really
Same.
good models, and
Ask sir.
sometimes
Yeah.
when I download
We've got
them,
your eye on you.
million times. Yeah, they're like a million
yeah.
times size, and it's super annoying. And then I have to scale them down to the correct size. And oh, my biggest one is definitely whenever I rig it. Have you guys ever heard of Mixamo? Like how you rig it?
I haven't gotten that part of the
Oscar does use it,
tutorial
but
yet.
I've never used it.
So basically,
He used it for
Mixamo is
the
a thing.
for the map.
Yeah, true.
Oh, cool. But so it's like an auto rigging software. It basically gives your model bones automatically. It's where you place the parts and all the stuff on it. It's pretty cool. But
Right.
if you like try to adjust the skeleton at all, or like if you delete the skeleton, the model becomes 100 times scale, and it's really annoying because sometimes you have to like finagle with like the scale attributes and stuff, and it can become really annoying if you're actually trying to use a Mixamo model.
Damn.
All right.
Yeah,
So
it's kind of
with your username, is that your Steam username or is that your Fusion username?
I think, yeah, it's my
It's all
Steam.
in there.
You know where I got this
Okay.
username from?
So no, I do not.
So, okay. So my name is and I know that's like a little bit info, but I was born, okay, it's actually kind of I don't know, like, no one, do you think anyone will like find me if I say where I was born, even if I'm not living there?
I mean, we can
for
censor it.
privacy purposes,
We will probably
we'd rather
censor
not
it.
say, yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, I'll just say that the K is a part of a place that I lived, it's a part of a place, and the is my name, and yeah, and that's it. And then the 9 is because that's my email that I first got, and I made it when I was 9, so that's it.
Yeah, valid.
Fair enough.
Valid.
Fair enough. I'll be sure to
Now I have,
add you
like,
and get your
12
Discord off you after this.
Yeah, after the
When I get
interview's
this
done.
done.
Yeah, totally.
I think we only have the one question left, and that's the base one I always exit with, and that's I want to know what's a good thing and a bad thing about Fusion. I know we've praised Fusion a lot in this interview, but if you had to give a good and a bad, what would it be?
Let me think. A good about Fusion. Okay, here's an easy one about Fusion. Like, the performance. It's like, I know I've said it already, that it's a miracle that it can run on Quest, but I ran this thing on Quest 2 with my friend. Sure, it wasn't like peak, like, you know, it wasn't like the greatest, but still, imagine having an entire other player rig, an entire other physics body, an entire other everything just working. It's like the sole purpose, sole reason performance is a thing in BONELAB is because of the avatar. That's the only thing. I mean, pretty much, except the levels if they're really big. But you know what I mean. All the stuff, it's performance heavy, and especially with all the new, how the hands work and the everything. It's awesome. And a bad about Fusion. Oh, it's not specifically about Fusion, but have you guys ever heard of like Riptide or something? It's like, so there was like before, when patch 6 didn't have a Quest version, basically there was a software, there was like a Fusion like thing called Riptide, where it would work on Quest, but even if you ran it with one person, it would run horribly because it was made by Alcatraz and it was just like a port, and you had to like get your Wi-Fi router information. I hated doing that.
Damn.
It was super annoying.
Yeah.
I never ended up doing it.
Yeah.
It was,
Never
it was
touched
pretty
it.
annoying.
Been a
You always run
PCVR.
into problems and kind of borders
Yeah.
whenever you
Yeah.
play things, so that's kind of a norm.
Yeah. Well, I
Wait, I have a
think.
question for you guys.
Yes, ask away. You know what? We'll do that. Sure. What's your question?
Yeah, go on.
What is your favorite PC VR game?
Ooh.
Oh,
Who's gonna
I know
start?
what he's gonna say. He's
Do
gonna
you?
say either
Do you?
Half-Life Alex or
You think? You think? You
Half-Life
think?
Alex or I don't know, or this,
Well, here's the
or
thing.
BONELAB,
Can I do a top 3?
or Blade
Because
Sorcerer.
I can't put one. I
Yeah,
can't
sure.
I can't pick between my babies. I would say number 1 is obviously Blade and Sorcery. I have to say because of my history with Blade and Sorcery.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough.
Oh yeah.
He has a massive history. If you do,
Yeah.
if you guys don't know about Doc's history with Blade and Sorcery, that is worth a search. It's
Yeah.
worth a search.
We might
for-
want to
for
do a
Blade and
separate
Sorcery
thing about
mods.
that. I can tell you behind the camera afterwards. But because of my history with Blade and Sorcery, I have to do that as a number 1. Number 2 is probably gonna be Half-Life Alyx because it's just amazing and the story is just multi-binary. I love
I
it.
still need to play it.
You really
I
do.
need to
My
play it.
goodness, bro. sustenance.
Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil it
bro,
for Needy.
I love the Vortonaut.
But yeah, I love the
Please don't.
ending. I love the
It's
ending
so
without
good.
spoiling it for Needy. But BONELAB is
Oh
obviously
my
gonna be
goodness,
my.
the ending was so good.
Yeah, I know. But BONELAB is
yeah,
gonna be my
that's-
number 3, obviously. Both because of like
Oh,
what
yeah.
it can do, but also what it can be, because it's basically Gary's Mod in VR, and I love that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
Fair enough. Okay, I'm
Needy,
gonna
your
do the same
list.
thing. Top
Your
3.
list.
I can never pick a favorite.
No.
I can never pick a favorite. So my number 1 is gonna be also Blade and Sorcery. I've got it very recently, but every single mod that I've played is very, very widely supported. Most people
the
have got them,
Viltrumite mod.
and this guy is mostly. Huh?
The Viltrumite mod, have you ever had it?
The Viltrumite mod.
Don't
yeah.
think so.
That's
I
the
do
one
not
where you
think
can
so.
fly around, right? Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, I love that mod.
Yeah, most of the mods that I have used have been updated by this guy, and I can trust that because I know this guy and he does very, very good work. And
awesome.
okay, top number two, oof, number 2. I've not played that much VR, to be honest. I'm gonna say Hard Bullet. Hard Bullet is my number 2. It's just the pure just physics and the John Wick kind of esque game. It just always gets me in the soft spot. And then my number 3 is gonna be BONELAB, obviously because of Fusion. And then again, the mods are just so good. The mods are it's so widely supported, and when they do get
community
updated,
is
it's
so
always going to be
dedicated.
played. Oh yeah, for sure.
What?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, my mom was calling me.
Yeah, no worries, no
We're
worries.
good.
That's
Well,
fine.
I think we're done here. And thank you so much for taking your time.
That was a
Thank you for not
very good
being a
interview.
troll, not being someone who nukes the server. That happens
Oh,
in
yeah.
Fusion, we all know.
Yeah.
And yeah.
You need to spawn an anti-nuke or anti-smut.
Yeah,
That's why
something like that.
anti-nuke
So, just in
exists.
case.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for participating, and thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.